2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Today's coverage is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, it's the final round in this one. What's our next player dealing with as they start their round?
Never easy going to bed with the lead, and they're out here today. It's probably weighing on them a little bit. I got to say, though, this player has been playing well. That's why they have the lead. So they have to be excited, and they have to like their chances going into this final round.
Can't wait to get into the action. Very excited to see how this player fares today.
Well, you love this player. Why wouldn't you wait to see how this player plays? You have a poster of this player at home, don't you?
A two.
Okay.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here. They've chosen to club down here.
That was a beauty. Good look at a birdie here. Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole.
Just the start they were looking for, Luke.
He's currently sitting in first place. Here we are at the second tee. Nicely done. Playing from around 110 yards out. But not a bad approach. Will be putting. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Go to your home ball. Go to your home. That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. Currently in first position. Teeing off here at the third hole. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home and two.
This putt is about 8 feet.
They'll be soaring high if this goes in. This one for eagle.
It's half a chance of being home, this one. Wow, they certainly got out of the right side of bed today.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Here we are at the 4th hole.
Feeling good about their game right now, Luke, coming off an eagle at the last.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
That's inside the range.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
Still in the lead now after that hole. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4.
Going and going and going.
Second shot here on the 5th. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
All right, we're going with an extra club here. Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
It starts off on a good line.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, they're dialed in. It's an absolute clinic.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
11 feet left to the hole. And that's for birdie. Well holed. Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one. Teeing off here at the 7th. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Lovely effort that. This putt coming up is for birdie.
Surely it's going to.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. Now 8 shots in front. We've reached the 8th hole.
Good birdie on the last. What's in store now?
Handy effort, that one. Playing from around 160 yards. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. Well, that's well played into birdie range here at the 8th. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Second shot here on the 9th hole. Should find the green. Outstanding shot. High quality. Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Oh, what a super shot. It's a lofty position this player has held all tournament, but what a buffer they've built with just 9 to play.
Yes, but if they start thinking about it, that's where the danger happens. They have to keep their head down and keep playing on the front foot if they want to see this thing home.
Time for the second shot at the 10th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Good shot there, Beamer. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Get in. Well, that'll play. And it's worth taking another look at that one.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Well, the leader is really starting to gap the field now. They're 10 strokes ahead. And this is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them. And this shot from about 150 yards out. Opting for the 9-iron. A quality shot, that. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup. He's staring down a birdie putt here. This has a real chance.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Just a 4-footer remaining. That's pretty tidy. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. We have a par 3 on this one. Left yourself an opportunity. Lining up the birdie putt here. It was on a good line. 5 feet coming up to the cup. There it is. Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole.
Pretty good shot there.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
Not quite on the dance floor, Luke, but I love the position they're in for their third.
That's brilliant out of the sand. A birdie putt awaits. Oh, that's good grit there.
That's a really good effort to get it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie. Good job.
This player must be in heaven. Their lead is now 11. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
This is what they have.
Looks good off the blade. That gets the job done. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them. We have a par 5 at this one. And after that par, we're looking for something good here. Oh my, that was launched. This shot here from about 240 yards. Going with a 3-wood here. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I'll tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
And he's down there. You got to read.
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
It's got a chance. Well, how good's that for the eagle?
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
He sits in first position.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Here they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle. Going with the 9-iron, I think. You don't need much to fire up this crowd, but that one will get them on their feet.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Oh, how about that one? An extraordinary performance. This player is now 12 strokes in front of the field.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
If you're going to take out a driver, be mindful. The fairway does canter from right to left, so the golf ball could kick in that water hazard. Bailing out to the right, there's no shame in that. You always have an opportunity to get it up and down for the birdie.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by Ali.
Oh, how about that shot? Taking out the big stick and going ahead and knocking her on. Love it.
Okay, steady now. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Not a bad line, this. That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
I like it. 2 in a row.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A.
Simply amazing power on that tee shot.
Playing this shot from around 120 yards. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Well, all that hard work, it's time to pay it off. Make this for the tournament.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Oh, this looks pure. Well done to this player who was able to tame TPC Scottsdale and walk away with the WM Open victory.
And an impressive victory it was there, Luke, in front of 125,000 fans on this Sunday. That was impressive.
Well, Rich, after that hot start, it's probably little surprise that this player powered through to victory.
It's very rare where you see a player absolutely dominate a field like they did in this tournament. Unbelievable job all around.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Two-K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Helvey, alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand, because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one, if you can win, will certainly build your confidence. Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Could roll into the rough on this one. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Putting for birdie. Just didn't drop. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. This one's looking good. Starting the round at even par.
That's a rock solid par right there.
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
They've decided to club up.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Oh, wasn't that a terrific shot? Who could have thought you'd hole it? What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
That was a gallant attempt. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner. But the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players. And that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. So So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Going with the 5-wood. Wonderfully played. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, just missed. This is a par putt. That will work. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. Hey, nice looking line. And that will drop in for a birdie. And that will take him to 2 under. He's currently tied for 14th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The 6th hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par 3s on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
Going with the hybrid. A wonderful shot, well played, a chance for birdie here at the 6th.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. Oh, we'll take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
Oh, the long-range bomb. Is there anything better in the game?
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
And just in the first cut here.
Yeah, this one's a little bit left. Not so nice.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup. This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
That's frustrating. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach, putting some pressure on their rival Brooke Henderson.
This putt will move them to 3 under par.
This is what they have left for birdie here. This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Always good to lead the bounce back category. That's a good stat. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. He's currently tied for 12th. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Going with the 7. And tidy looking shot, that one. Outstanding approach shot. A putt for a place in the top 10. Oh, so close. A par putt awaits. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Not a good lie. Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
And as we turn for home, Rich, always a good chance to reflect on the halfway stage of this round.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Second shot here on the 10th hole. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Setting up from the first cut here in the green. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. I don't mind the look of this. Yeah, good job. Nice par. Currently at -3 for the round. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. How close was that to going down? So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
An opportunity for a birdie here. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot. That's a beauty. She'll be stoked.
Needed it. Needed that in a big way, chipping in for the par.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
That's incredible. Yeah, golf clap. Really good. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Sitting at 4 under for the day. Currently tied for 8th place. Ooh, that almost went down. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Currently at -4 for the round. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And this putt to move into the top 5. Nice stroke. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. To the top 5 he goes. Currently 5 under for the round. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Opting for the 6-iron. Yeah, good safe shot this one. That should find the surface. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Looking really good.
And he holds it. What a putt. And that will move him to 6 under par. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Yeah, nicely played.
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
An opportunity here to move into a tie for first. Ooh, right by the hole. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Yeah, that one's looking good. Oh, stop it. What a shot. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
It's up, it could be in. But what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will take him to 7 under. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Wonderful shot.
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Sitting at 7 under in a share of the lead. From the sand, looking to get up and down. Just missed the hole. And a par putt awaits him. Ooh, nice line. Nice little putt to hole, that one. Currently 7 under for the round. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome-looking second.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Opting for the 5-iron. Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. And as this round winds down, he finishes in a tie for the lead. Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beem, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. Luke Elvey and Rich Beem here, bringing you all the action of the final round. And Rich, I love these days. Championships are decided. Has this player got it in them to pull out the win?
Luke, currently in second place, heading to the final round. Not a bad place to be, but let's face it, these guys aren't playing for second place, are they? They've got their eye on the prize. They want to finish number one, so they're going to have a good final round to make that happen.
Let's get down to the action. Playing from around 230 yards.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him.
Opting for the 3-wood.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
That's a good-looking shot there. All the great players make a bunch of these. This is from 15 feet. Super shot, that.
Cannot imagine a better way to start their round off with an opening eagle.
And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with Jon Rahm trailing in second place. Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
The great Cevrano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Now at 11 under for the event. Time to step on your tee shot here at this long par 4.
Luke, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
Attaboy, good shot. And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. And choosing the 8-iron here.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Not too sure what they were thinking. Too much club.
That's the hands of a surgeon.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Beautifully judged. Great tempo on this chip.
Now that finds him in first place. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
This is an extremely long putt. They might even have to hinge on this one.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Big putt for par coming up. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
that was a safe play.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Ouch, that hurts. Putting for a par now. Okay, let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a two-stroke lead. Here we are at the 6th hole.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. If he makes this, he'll save his par. This one started out on a good line. Oh, that's a clutch par. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Setting up now on a par 4.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Getting ready to play their third. Currently leading by 2. Didn't that look good for a long time? A chance to save the par if he can make this one. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Now 2 shots up after that one. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
What a drive. Look at that.
Well, I'm playing this one from around 120 yards out.
Went straight down.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Tracking. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. We have a par 4 on this one.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it to the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Yep, that shot safely on the green. Here's a good chance to move to 14 under with this putt.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
big putt to make that one.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. That forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Well, that's a handy shot. Second shot here at the 10th. Oh, wow! What a shot!
Love it. Nicely hold for eagle.
And it's time to recap that play.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Here we have it, trying to feed off the eagle and build on that momentum here.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Oh, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to the cup. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. Now 4 shots up after that hole. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
This one heading towards the green. Well, got some sort of streak going on here. Greens in regulation. What a statistic.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
8 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here. This is looking solid, what they wanted.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
He's currently sitting in first place. We've arrived at a par 4.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Yeah, that was tricky with that wind. Great shot there.
12 feet to the cup coming up. It's tracking. Was on a good line. Putting for a par here.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
No, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Let's begin the 14th.
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Well struck. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Beautiful shot. Still in the lead now after that hole. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, steady now. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt.
Whew, that is some pretty good breathing room. Out in front by a bunch.
Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole-in-one.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out. Now this one, this is important. This for par.
I like their courage to be able to get that to go down and save the hole.
And that is a nice up and down out of the greenside bunker for the par.
Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Now at the 17th hole.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
And here we are with the third shot. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Well, that's wonderfully played out of the sand. Putting for birdie here. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. Leading by 6 strokes after that one. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
That's a lovely shot here at the 18th, and a chance for birdie at the last. And with this putt, he will win the event. Well, a spectacular week comes to a close. Congratulations to the Genesis Invitational winner, Riviera, the home of your champion.
It was a Hollywood ending for this winner. What a performance all week long.
That was an outstanding start by this player, Rich, and they've gone on to victory. What a way to win.
This player absolutely dominated all week long, all tournament long. Great job. You don't see this happen very often.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beem, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.